Is there something you need to heal from, or something you're in the process of healing from right now? And the answer is probably yes. And that's the simple answer to why I wrote the book, Get Up, Get Out, and Get Some Healing. I realize a lot of us, we need to heal from something. A lot of us is hurt. A lot of us is still existing in our trauma and our grief and our depression, our anxiety, right? Our childhood pains, and the things that we don't understand. We're struggling to forgive, right? So we can move on and be our best selves. And I want to say that we are not our best selves if we have not done the work to heal, right? We are not our best selves. Heal is to make right, to correct. If you are not healed, it is said that you are exhibiting a pattern that is offbeat. It is said that if you are not healed, you are not whole. You are operating as fragments of yourself. You ain't even operating at your fullest potential because you ain't healed. It's like the people in the Snicker commercials, right? They be grumpy, they be mad, they be doing all these things that are lacking, right? And then as soon as they bite the Snicker, they're back to their normal best selves. That's you. You need to take a bite of healing so you can be your best self. And I realize why a lot of us don't do the work to heal, because it's uncomfortable, right? It's an unfamiliar process to some of us, and we don't know where to start, where to begin, who to call, what resources are available. And that's why I wrote the book too, because in this book, I'm having a conversation with you the same way I had a conversation with myself about how to do it. I'm not an expert at teaching anybody to heal, but I am an expert at my own healing. And I know what I did. I first had to get an understanding of what my mental health was, what mental illness was, right? And how it played a part in my life, because it did and still does, right? I had to get an understanding of what healing was and how to go about it and why I should do it in the first place. I had to get an understanding of what healthy habits versus not healthy habits were, right? Because I had unhealthy habits in my life that were contributing to a lack of my healing, right? So I'm talking about these things in this book. I'm talking about what happiness is and how do we get it. I'm talking about, this is important, what it looks like to be a friend to someone who is struggling with their mental health. There are a lot of us who have had friends who have struggled with mental health, and we have not showed up for them in the best of ways. And our friends in turn haven't showed up for us in the best ways, right? Because we lack the knowledge of how to. In this book, I talk about it. I talk about what it looks like to get off the couch and how we can go about doing that. Connected to this book, I have a nationwide tour that is happening called Get Off the Couch. It's an initiative, it's a movement. It's a movement to encourage us all to do the work to heal, right? Healing ain't something that just happens. It's something that you have to do. You have to work at it intentionally. The same way you can't get no six-pack just by waking up in the morning, right? You have to do the work. You have to put the reps in, right? That's how healing works. Healing happens a little bit at a time, but you have to do it. You have to actively work towards it. So in this workshop, Get Off the Couch, I am walking you all through a very practical and digestible process of how to heal. Again, we're talking about mental health versus mental illness. We're talking about healthy habits and how to actually do it in a very strategic way. We're talking about happiness and how to get it in a very strategic way. In this workshop, we have a poetry writing workshop where you will be writing poetry and sharing poetry out loud. This Get Off the Couch workshop is amazing. It's fun. You're going to laugh. You're going to probably cry. You're going to be inspired and motivated. So I want you to be a part of it. Obviously, if you see this video, you know about the website, getoffthecouch.live. And I want you to go to the website, and I want you to register for it or request for it to come to your city if you don't see a date on the website already for your city. So do that right now. Reach out to me, Chris James. I want to talk to you about Get Off the Couch. I want to talk to you about healing. I want to talk to you about mental health, because that's what matters more than any of this other stuff right now. Because we are in a lot of darkness. And only when we heal will we be closer to existing in the light.